One.
This is
Fight Church Radio.
I mean, listen.
I told you I wasn't going away. You got your shot. Now give me mine.
Once you get the hell out of here.
Cowboy, man, I ain't going nowhere. Politics, man. This country wants to keep me down. Keep everybody weak. They don't want a man like me to have the title because I'm not a puppet like that fool up there.
you can't front on that.
I was 4 years old when I realized that I could run the world better than the morons in charge.
There is work to be done. Perhaps you can afford the time to bask in gratuitous accoutrements, but my responsibility requires uninterrupted attention. I have work to do.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lovely program for you tonight.
And we'll do it live.
Broadcasting live from a planet called Earth, the city of Portland, the bioregion of Cascadia. I said it in the wrong order, but all that really matters is we're here at Portland Underground Studios, Momentum Studios, the home of Zebulon Dak. You're listening to Fight Church Radio. Let's get going. I'm your host, Jessie Sponberg, as I am every week. 3.67% of your sheriff and 100% your next mayor. Oh, that'll be freaking awesome. We could just do this show from City Hall. Right there in the mayor's office, just have Zeb just set up in one of the rooms. Just like, hi, I'm your mayor. And I'm going to make a little hip-hop album for you to teach you about water. That'd be fantastic. You guys could all be part of my cabinet, and instead of getting any consultants or contractors, I'll just get DJs and engineers and people to push fart noises and shit. Every press conference will just be like a mixtape.
As long as the cabinet can have instructions from IKEA, I'm fine with it.
Sounds fair.
Oh man, that was a bad one. All right, so anyways, we're here this week. It's a Wednesday. It's the sunny day. The sun just came out. Watching all these rats race back and forth in front of the studio. Stuck in traffic, sniffing the next motherfucker's butt like one of those elephant lines from Dumbo where they all hold on to each other's tails.
I don't have a sound effect for Elephant Dumbo. But...
And then they just march in a line to get on another road.
Doesn't an elephant Dumbo kind of sound like a high horse?
What do you got?
It might sound like a high horse.
What do you got? What do you got, Spark?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
That's the elephant butt rat race sound.
I guess it does kind of sound like a
You know, that's a really versatile sound drop. Play it
Yeah, it
again.
is.
That could be anything. That could be like a slow motion. Hey, bro. High five. Like a super slow motion high five. So let me introduce the rest of the team in the back room over there on the other side of the glass. Did somebody say glass?
tinted glass, Bob.
We have the Ninjaneer, Mr. Ryan McKenzie, back there making everything work. The mysterious one, the Ninjaneer, hooks shit up and disappears.
Only one.
In a cloud of dust. Boom. The Ninjaneer. And I already told you Zeb was here, of course. What's up, Zeb? How you doing today?
I'm fantastic, man. How are you?
And then I'm joined as always by Tweedledum and fucking Tweedledummer. Mr. 50 Shades of Grey, Mr. DJ Spark. And the nicest man in the world, Mr. DJ Wels.
Yeah,
And we might get him on some karaoke later. If all of a sudden the world saves itself and we don't have anything to talk about. We heard that there might be a possibility of some ambush karaoke later on in the day for you.
Oh, wow.
I had no idea.
I heard a rumor. So
I can't wait to find out.
I hope you don't have pizza in your mouth when that happens.
Combos.
All right, so how you fellas doing today? Been driving them Uber cars?
Oh, you were talking to us? Oh, I thought you were listening to the listening audience.
Oh, speaking of listening audience, if you want to participate, you can go ahead and tweet at us. Just use the hashtag FC Radio. That's short for Fight Church Radio, but they only give you 140 characters, so you can't be spending all your characters. Just have a hashtag.
Gotta be careful with your characters.
You got a budget.
And what if our hashtag was like 135 characters long?
That would be tight. But I do appreciate when people capitalize the first letter of each new word because that makes it easier to read. Especially if it's 135 characters.
There's no fun in that.
That is helpful.
Mm-hmm. There's no fun. Then it just looks like a little Monopoly board with little house letters and then little hotel letters.
Sure.
Nobody uses that shit.
Gotta have hotels, bro. Can't have just houses.
Man, y'all seen the Mad Max movie yet?
No.
Man.
Pretty tight.
People are tripping on it. Yeah, but people trip on everything.
Does he have anger management issues? Is that why?
He's angry. He used to be Angry Max, but that didn't do as well with the focus groups. So they're like, all right. We had Melancholy Max. It didn't test well. We had fucking Disturbed Max. We had Taking the Max, which nobody voted for. Okay, so
I was voting for Disheveled Max, and that, but I don't know. My vote doesn't count.
So today is a special day for talk shows in general because the great one, Mr. David Letterman, he's retiring. Today's his last episode. We were going to be like Jimmy Kimmel in front and be like, we're just going to play a rerun. But instead, we're just going to give you old news updates or something in his honor. But so throughout today, I'll be throwing pieces of paper and breaking random glass in the studio I just did.
There's an expensive studio, man.
I don't care. I know how to turn regular pieces of paper into freaking Chinese stars. You know what I'm talking about? All right, so need to put on my sunglasses. Kind of sparked right now. It's always nice to just like when the sun's starting to go down and you look at all these people that are still like an hour away from getting to their house in Beaverton and you're already stoned.
Yeah.
And they think of those apartment signs that are like, if you lived here, you could be stoned right now. And they're like, fuck you.
If you made this sign, you'd be a sign maker. That's what I want to see.
That's not a good
That'd be a good sign.
That's not a good one. Okay, so I guess...
If you made this sign, you'd be admiring your work right now.
I guess right off the bat, we should address the loss of the television show and the loss of Cadigan's Corner Bar, a pillar in the community for the last 3 years or something. It's gone. Darcy got out from under that behemoth.
Man.
And that means it's time for us to move on. I mean, we don't have to move on. We could just stand outside and play the violin.
I actually did the show on Monday, and like nobody was there. I was the only one there.
That's a bummer.
Man, I'm gonna miss that place, but I'm excited to move on.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it too.
It was just nice to know that you could go somewhere where you're pretty much absolutely safe.
Yeah, kicking it.
Yeah, you could just lay back, and it was all family and shit.
Shoot free pool.
Right, free pool.
Darcy was pretty awesome.
That had to have saved people like at least
Is
like
pretty awesome,
$7.
I should say.
I guess if you play a lot of pool, that's quite the investment, really, right?
Well, how's that?
If you kind of shoot like, I don't know, 3-4 games of pool a night, what's that usually cost? 50 cents?
Yeah, it depends on where you go. But
Sometimes
yeah.
$1, huh?
Yeah, sometimes. Well, yeah. Or I mean,
Let's
that's
just
if you're just shooting at a bar. If you go to a pool hall, you could be spending a little bit more. Well, depending on how seriously you're shooting, of course, how many racks you're getting in
This
per
is an
hour.
example of too much answer for an easy question. Okay, let's just say 50 cents. You play, what, $2 a week? 4 games a night? Every Monday, you show up at the bar.
That's a car payment almost.
On a 2000 Pontiac 2000.
There's 52 weeks in a year, so you just saved $104.
Day or night.
Minus the summer.
That's basically
A new car!
You know?
So in 1 year, Darcy saved everybody like $100. That's enough to get Progressive life insurance.
That's enough to open up a bar.
I wonder what's going to happen to those pool tables. Will they still be free?
I don't know.
What will happen to Fight Church
own them?
television?
Where will she put them? Will she sell them along with the bar?
No, I mean...
They're pretty nice tables, too, man. She just had them refelted.
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
No, I mean, when
year or so.
when the new guy keeps... I presume he's going to buy the pool tables that come with the bar.
Sure.
Man, if I had to carry those out, that would be a deal breaker. I'm like, sorry, but I really want to sell you the bar. I'm like, I ain't a fucking pool table.
Oh, wow.
So the new guy, is he still going to have free pool? Or is it going to cost you an extra $104 a year just to go there now? Because Darcy isn't giving you free pool. That's a dick move, new dude.
It'll probably cost you that much.
I hope that new dude's spot is cool.
Is it going to be a new dude's corner?
It's supposed to be a barbecue joint / bar.
So it's going to be bar.
That sounds pretty legit.
A
Where
bar
people can
barbecue.
get meat in their butts.
It's going to be a bar barbecue.
Yeah, this is a bar.
It's pretty tech.
This is probably just a bar BQ, right? Anyways, Darcy's happy to be out from under that, and so am I, kind of.
I mean,
Like-
congratulations to her for, sticking it out so long.
Where do you guys want to go next? The world's our oyster.
I mean, what place?
Let's leave it up to Spark.
I mean, we could. I don't know. We could do it out of the back alley of Momentum Studios.
We
here
could kind of do it anywhere, but we
underground.
want to be able to serve people alcohol because they're not going to sit through our shit for 3 hours if they're not drinking. So, we got choices. We have choices.
We
Heather
should
from the
auction
Ash
it
Street.
off on eBay.
Heather from the Ash Street immediately came over to the office and was like, yo, check it out. We'd love to have you at the Ash Street. We'll replicate whatever you were doing. We have a smaller stage. You don't even have to be in that back room part. But that's downtown. And then, like, the Hawthorne Theater Lounge, that kind of sounds like a cool idea. But doesn't seem like we
I'm
got
not.
enough.
I'm not like. I'm not as thrilled about that idea as I was before, just because. Yeah. I don't know. The people that kind of run the Hawthorne are kind of not all together with their act.
They have act
for the
issues.
most part.
Yeah. Well, they offered us next Thursday to have the slaughtery at least, which would be a good look for the slaughtery probably. But yeah, I just don't want to get into a long term. I don't think there's enough flexibility going on there. I need to go somewhere where if one of my friends doesn't have ID, I can just be like, "Dude, trust me, this guy doesn't have ID. Let him in." I don't want to be at some douche place that has a fucking security guard with a face tattoo. You know what I'm talking about, face tattoo security guard douche. Oh, can't stand that dude. Then they offered to let us go to the Analog Theater. Is it the Analog Theater
Analog
on
Cafe.
7th?
Analog Cafe.
Is that what it is on 7th? Yeah, Analog Cafe.
Southeast.
Yeah, they're pretty stoked to hear that we might be looking for a place.
Analog Cafe might be a cool spot.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that.
When was the last time you guys were there?
The
I don't remember.
Sir Mix-a-Lot show.
that was my answer.
The third Sir Mix-a-Lot show. I was at the third one.
I think I went to the first one.
Sir
I'm
Mix
sure
a Lot.
they're
It
very
was like
smart.
it was just after he got
this
knighted.
year, right?
It was just after he got knighted. He was just mixed a lot before then.
He does come a lot to Portland, but he's from Seattle, so I can't blame him. Man, who I
hell yeah.
can blame is these California rappers that come up every freaking 2 weeks. Did you know you can get a verse from somebody in Bone Thugs and Harmony for $50 after they do a show at the Alhambra? Motherfucker's 50 years old, but you can get a verse for $50. $1 per year. I'm not gonna put any rappers on blast, but you could probably get a SIBO verse for what that pizza cost.
$33.17.
Shout out to DJ Spark for providing pizza for the crew. Literally 5 minutes before the show started.
Yeah!
So we were able to shove one just enough to ruin our digestive systems, and then we can't eat anymore until after the show because of smelling. Oh crap! Is it breaking news? What are we going on here? Hold on. Breaking news. I can't find the breaking news. Brought to you by the Portland Intelligencer.
And now, here's this. Welcome. It's good to be back. It's been a long time. Nearly a month since Mayor Charlie Hale's elite forces captured the Portland Intelligencer's web server in a militarized police assault on the Intelligencer's headquarters. Many of our reporters were imprisoned, tortured, and even killed. All of that changed just a few days ago when a multi-planetary coalition, loyal to a free and independent media, staged a daring operation to liberate the Intelligencer's web service and return it to Intelligencer headquarters. Under the command of Captain Jess E. Haddon, the coalition forces destroyed or disabled all of their digital opposition, paving a path to freedom for the Intelligencer web server. The server has been treated for the extensive wounds it suffered in captivity. Also, to ensure the ongoing security of the Portland Intelligencer, it's been outfitted with freaking laser beams.
Oh my.
Read more about the incredible working-class victory of the Portland Intelligencer exclusively at pdxintelligencer.com. The Portland Intelligencer. It's actually a website again. I'm State Your Name, and this news makes me so happy I could just shit.
And that was breaking news brought to you by the Portland Intelligencer, the only newspaper in the world. Way to squeak the fuck out that door there, Ninja.
That's not very ninja-like.
No, we all saw you coming. That was not covert at all.
I like the way you walk.
And he didn't even bring any pizza.
Right? Man.
Look, he's in
Ninja
action.
my ass.
He's in action.
Yeah, he is. Let's watch him.
Right.
And now we see the native, the Ninjaneer, in his...
No, he's putting on his headphones. Very stealthily, as I might add.
Dude, his ears just disappeared.
That was amazing.
One moment there was ears. The next moment there was no ears. How does he do it?
Gone.
We should have a banjo song. He's an engineer. He's an engineer. Bling, 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 bling. How does he do it? Nobody knows. He's an engineer. Quietly he's walking. Bling, bling, bling. Then the fucking door went squeak, squeak, squeak. Engineer. All right. So this is like all that people were talking about when I came back from the woods the other day. I'll tell you guys about the woods in a little bit as we work
you
on
went to the woods?
our nature literacy moment. Man, not only did I go to the woods, I went to the spot where Multnomah Falls is just like wet dirt. And then the moisture accumulates in that dirt, you know, and the gravity brings it all together. And then it hits like a layer of like rock and then begins to slide. And then as it accumulates, it finds a hole or opening in the ground. And it just begins to drip, 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 and then pours out. And then it just goes like for, you know, a long ways, just being like an inch deep. And then it hits another creek. And then it fucking hits another creek. And then it gets a little bigger. And then another little creek, side creek comes in. Another little side creek comes in. And so now it's going downhill and it's getting out of control. Then all of a sudden, I look out, it's an Indian princess. And she's jumping off the fucking Multnomah Falls. And there's fat people down there taking pictures of her spirit. And little kids get told the legend of the girl who killed herself to save Multnomah Falls.
Wow, that's what you witnessed when you were just up in the woods?
I saw it all, bro.
Damn.
It was like Stephen King's The Dead Zone. I seen it, every piece of it. And it all started from just like wet ground. Fucking crazy shit. But I'll tell you more about that later. Let's not ruin a good show with science. You know what makes for a good show? Fucking bikers in a shootout. And then they all get shot by the cops.
Yeah, 5 different biker gangs. That's just crazy.
So I'm gonna take the low road, and I'm not gonna go into the very obvious differences between how the police would handle protesters or how the police would have handled that if they're persons of colors.
What's the traffic like on the low road?
And now traffic with DJ Wheels.
Hey guys, I'm up here in the chopper, looking out at some notch trails, keeping an eye out for all the kittens. Looks like the traffic is light on the low road.
How's the high road looking today?
High road's looking good. Lots of motorcycles. But other than that, it's looking good. Back to you, Jesse.
Thanks for that.
It's probably going to be really difficult to pick up where I left off in that important statement.
The low road.
In that important statement about the racial differences in our fucked up society. But how's the weather, Wheels? So, since I'm taking the low road anyways, I'll just skip over that. They're called the good stuff.
Don't skip over it, man. No. Finish your
We
thought.
want to hear about it. I have really no idea what happened. I was kind of like had a busy week. So, any information?
Man, it was the only thing that I could hear about when I got back into town. Every single fucking thing was talking about it.
Yeah, talk about it. Talk about it right now.
What exactly
Tell Spark
happened?
about it. How about that?
I'd rather just talk about the traffic. How's the notches? How's the traffic? A new car. Nobody wants to hear about the news. Fuck. All right, look, the only reason I'm going to fucking give in and tell you is because it's so fucking awesome. Okay, so all these bikers, how many bikers would you say there were? Fucking hundreds of bikers. They all go to this bar.
At least 170
It's not a mass
were
show.
arrested and charged. So probably more than that.
All right, 170 arrested, right? And so they, like, all these different bicycle gangs go to, like, this big fucking, like, this convention, this biker convention at this fucking bar called the...
Texas Twin Peaks.
The Twin Peaks, that's right. Oh, they couldn't stop mentioning that name. The Twin Peaks bar. So the bikers get in a fight, but the cops planted undercover cops in there, and they had SWAT cops outside. So the bikers started a fight inside the bar, right? And then they all just started shanking each other. And then it spilled outside, and then they were shanking each other some more, and then the cops started shooting at them, and they started shooting at each other, and then they started shooting at the cops. And when it was done, fucking how many dead bikers, man?
Like 9 or something like that?
Yeah, crazy, like 9 bikers.
Or was it more than that?
There was 18 cops. 9. Yeah, so look, 4 of the deaths were from cops shooting bikers, and 5 of the deaths supposedly were from bikers shooting bikers. And this is in Texas, where all this is probably pretty fucking normal. Like it says, the shove in the bathroom scene became a scuffle in the restaurant when about 30 banditos, Cossacks, scimitars, and other bikers spilled out into the parking between the Twin Peaks and the Don Carlos Mexican restaurant next door. The police were waiting for them. The scuffle became a knife fight, and several men were stabbed. When one of the combatants produced a gun, the SWAT team opened fire with automatic weapons. Multiple sources have told the aging rebel, that's the guy that gave the quote to this. I'm reading this from Breitbart, which is a terrible source. But it used the phrase biker truthers. In the biker truther movement, there's a conspiracy that says maybe the police don't have the exact true story that they're talking about. You know, and there's so here's the cool part. So the Twin Peaks bar has had its liquor license revoked for 7 days. That's all they kept talking about on the news is that
take at least that long to clean up all the blood, I imagine.
Yeah.
It was on every news source. It's got to be the most awesome shit. Why is there no video of it? There's just still photos. Oh, man, you probably don't really want to have surveillance at a bar like that.
You probably don't want to invite 7 different bike gangs to a bar.
Do you know what a Cossack is?
Not have like some kind of metal detector.
Yeah, dude, a Cossack. My grandpa was a Cossack. He ride around on the fucking horseback, fucking with like a cool sword, you know, like some kind of fucking, I don't know if you're a cop or what.
That was pre-bike gang?
Yeah, that was some old fucking Russian fucking Jewish fucking horseback shit. My people.
That's who beat Napoleon.
Yeah? Fuck yeah. My people. So I'm just waiting for this video to come. You know, there's got to be some kind of video. Except that all bikers got crappy flip phones. Oh, my God. They all got crappy flip phones and a brand new number.
I won't be commenting about anything in regards to any biker because I love all of them. They're all my friends.
Well, you know, I think it ties in because, you know, that was the only thing that really sucked about Cadigans was all the jerk-ass bikers that would come in, man, and she would never tell those motherfuckers to go away. In fact, they would cater to that crowd, and I always kind of resented that, man. It's like, man, these motherfuckers should be told to push down the street. But, you know, Darcy's that kind of person. She probably got some biker loyalty, you know. I used to ride topless on the
bathrooms
back
already
of
smell
his...
like piss, you know.
What?
I said the bathrooms already smell like piss.
Yeah, it's because fucking bikers got fucking shivery legs. They've been riding a motorcycle and they go and try to take a pee. Look like Muhammad Ali with a fucking Olympic torch. You gotta burn the place down. Don't do it. Pissing all over, man. Fucking taking craps in a urinal. Don't get me wrong. I got a lot of friends that are bikers and I really like it. But it seemed that I really like them. I value our friendships and their contribution to society. And I know there's a lot of great bikers out there. But it seemed like that place attracted a lot of dickhead bikers. Over the years, man, a lot of fucking dickheads came to that bar. They usually just got dealt with, like punched in the nose, or it'll suck to have a spot where you can't just drag somebody down the street, get out of here, kick them in the butt. Don't come back now, you know. You try to do that at the Ash Street, they'll be like, "You can't come here anymore, Jesse." Trust me, I know. Fucking.
Yeah, they ain't having that shit.
Nice. So you guys really feeling the Analog Cafe, maybe?
I think that would be a tight spot.
They've been in business for a while now and fucking haven't closed down. They seem to be doing a lot of stuff with a lot of people, and I don't know. You hear bad stuff talked about everybody, so
sure.
I don't want to make any judgments on anything like that. But so we're waiting for the video to come out on those Texas people. But I think now would be a good time to give you Today in History, brought to you by Mean Green Tropical Topical.
Tropical Topical?
That stuff is hard to say, man. Mean Green Tropical Topical Cream.
Yeah, for some reason I can't say PDX Intelligencer in my newsy voice or in my regular voice either. Wait, huh?
Our headphones in mono. Raise your hand if you can hear the talking.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom.
Just hold those up to the mic.
Boom, boom.
Now it's time for
this is
Today
good
in
radio.
History.
This is good radio.
Brought to you by me and Green Cream. May the 20th. On this day in history, 325 AD, Christianity becomes big enough to give Easter bunnies permanent space on the calendar as the first council of Nicaea convenes. In 1293, Sancho IV of Castillo finds the Alcalá study of general schools. In 1570, having copied the backs of 100 sailors, photographer Abraham Ortelius issues Theatrum Orbis Terrarum, the first modern atlas. In 1873, Strauss and Davis receive a U.S. patent for blue jeans with copper rivets. In 1899, the traffic cop job, aka Too Lazy to Be a Dog Catcher, is invented as taxi driver Jacob German is arrested for going 12 miles an hour on Lexington Avenue. And on this day in history, in 1972, Buster Rhymes is born. This day in history is brought to you by New Green Cream. New Green Cream is a THC-infused cream located here in Portland, Oregon. You can find Mean Green at a host of dispensaries and online at northwestgardendelights.com. Rub it out.
Well, that was fucking weird.
Yeah, that was weird. How come we
This
couldn't
day
get
in
that?
history brought to you by-
How come we couldn't get that super crispy? What was the reason, I wonder?
Because it was holding headphones up to a microphone.
Right, but like, why didn't it just play through like it normally would?
Hey, let's go right now to 5 seconds with Zeb.
We should. I feel like
Hey,
we should.
Zeb.
I feel like we should do that
Yes,
at
sir.
the top of the hour.
What the heck just happened?
I wish I knew.
That's all right. That's all right.
Breaking news. That only took 2 seconds.
I would have to go with the poop. Give me the poop.
No, it's over, Zeb. You had your 5 seconds.
We still didn't do that right.
No, we didn't. I thought there was like imaging music. I thought there was imaging music.
Yeah, I mean, if you send me to it, I'll prep it.
Hey, did we disable comments for our YouTube channel? Huh. Because my man Leonard Dixon, how you doing, Leonard? He says,
oh, what's up, Leonard?
Hey,
he
Leonard.
said he tried to leave some comments, but we couldn't leave comments. So I don't know what Leonard's problem is, but Leonard, you're gonna have to figure it out for yourself.
Is he doing the hashtag thing?
No. You know what, Leonard? If you want to leave comments, and anybody else who wants to leave a comment, you can go ahead and just tweet at us, or tweet at yourself, or tweet into the air, and then just use the hashtag FC Radio, and either DJ Wheels or myself, or maybe Spark will get on there, and we'll see your tweet if you hashtag it FC Radio or FCR Audio.
Or you can just leave a comment on the Facebook post.
You could just leave a comment on the Facebook post. That's what Leonard did. It worked for Leonard. Shout out to Leonard. You can do whatever you want. We're really not hard to find. But
speaking of not hard to find, what's going on with Food Wars 8?
Man. Dude, so dope. So this afternoon, I swapped some emails with Mr. Mike Crenshaw.
Nice.
The station manager for Kebu, and we agreed on some Kebu sponsorship. But that's just advertising, That's an in-kind sponsorship, which is perfect. We just got to throw up a banner and put the logo on, and then they'll take good care of us. And then I got an email from Lars Larson's producer today, and he said if I sent him the promo package that he would get KXL to run that shit. Which comes with a couple other stations, not just KXL. That's Alpha Media or Alpha Broadcasting, whatever. So they got like the sports channel and some women's channel. That shit exactly. So yeah, shout out to Building Bridges, man. Everybody else wants to fucking hate on KXL, but I'll tell you this, man. KXL, they do a brother good, man. Lars is always decently respectful to me. They invite me to do shit. They give me opportunities. They always go to me for a quote if we're out in the field, and then they edit me really nice. So everybody can be like, screw fucking KXL. That's right-wing shit. It's like, man, if you're going to save the world, I promise you this, you'll never save the world with just half of the people in it, man. You're going to have to build bridges, and you're gonna have to. Everybody wants to be so polarizing, man. They want to turn life into a tennis net, and they're so distant from each other. And then when they communicate, they try to just go for the furthest out fucking 80-yard fucking long bomb fucking to Andre Reed from Jim Kelly, like on Super Tecmo Bowl.
It's hard to do with the tennis net in the middle of the field too.
Yeah.
Hey, don't trip over the tennis net. So
I feel like the tennis net kind of creates a schism.
Right, get rid of the tennis net. Play sideways.
A schism?
Or schism, whichever you like.
And now, 7 random words with Nick Rudy.
And that was 2 of them.
Cynosure, Scroob, Legerity, Rubberneck, Bucolic, Tatterdemalion, Schism. All right. Well, that was good.
Oh, now I'm supposed to go back to the important point that I was making about team building?
Yeah, couldn't we just go somewhere where there's no bodies, like no rivers? Then that way we wouldn't have to build bridges.
It's a good point.
Man, check this out. We should just run fart noises for the next fucking 35 minutes, man.
Just tons of fart noises.
Just do it. I know you want to. Just do it.
That's not going to make for good radio, though.
No.
Well, because every time I start to explain something to the listening audience, then it's just fart noises and crazy shit. So then I get stopped, and then my point's just like, we already kind of heard you say that. So.
Well, I mean, Lars Larson, we gave him a thumbs up, and we gave Tennis Nets a thumbs up. Jim Kelly, Andre Reed, thumbs up.
Super Tecmo.
So what people need to learn to do to build bridges is they need to find commonality, man. in this fucking world, people are always looking for something that separates them, and that's the way that nobody, that's the way people end up hanging up on radio shows or getting hung up on radio shows. And then, like, you might be like, oh, that's fucking, I'm so fresh because I hung up on that dude, or I was getting my point, so he hung up on me. But that's really not productive. Like, being productive is to be like, all right, check it out. What can we focus on that we both can relate to, right? And then once you can build, like a cool, like, mutual fucking appreciation for the messages at hand, then you can start to branch out a little bit, and then you can go, what about fluoride? Like, if I can get you to agree that, like, maybe water is cool. So the point is, man, today I was able to put both the fucking hippies, I mean, K-Boo is as liberal as it gets, man. I mean, K-Boo is as liberal as it gets. Like, literally, K-Boo has no rules. And then on the other hand, within another hour of itself, I was able to put together the promo package for the other dickheads. You know what I'm saying? Then I got to reach out to the homeboy Danny DeVuti. I wish he was listening. That'd be quicker than an email. If Danny DeVuti was just paying attention to the show and was like, oh, let me get on that for you to get you on 620. iHeartMedia building. All right, anyways.
So we were talking about Food Wars 8?
Yes.
Okay,
so if I haven't dropped the plug yet, Food Wars 8 is June 21st at the Clinton Street Theater. Starts at 5 o'clock. Wonderful acts, including but not limited to, drum roll as I type this shit, including but not limited to, buffering.
A new car!
Bad Habitat, the Sex Bots, the Chicharrones, King Ghidorah, Ice Water Records, Proper Knox. Who am I forgetting? This is off the top of my head. Let me see. August in Blue. The homegirl Naomi and Josh McCoskey. Yeah. Tragedy 503, the winner of Food Wars 2. And the guy that almost won it last year, but he got robbed by a corrupt judge. No, I'm teasing. They try to say they got robbed by a corrupt judge, but they didn't. We will also be joined by comedians Adam Posse, the fucking funniest dude I know, Belinda Carroll, Boomer, Rissa Riss, Lance Edwards, Scott Von Wald, and Eric Cash. Eric Cash. Which is awesome because Eric Cash and King Ghidorah are going on tour together and shit. Eric Cash really gets the fucking whole fight church concept, Didn't you work with Eric Cash?
Yeah, dude, Eric's a really good guy.
Right.
He's fucking hilarious, too, man.
Yeah.
How is he doing? Do you know?
He's good. He's good.
He's all better?
He's good. He's not all better, but he's better enough to
keep
moving. Yeah, he's in good shape.
Yeah,
so
that dude's fucking hilarious.
So we got to do the slottery, though, to prepare for it. Before I get into the slottery, let me remind everybody that if you are interested in hosting, adopting, or fostering a food donation box at your high-traffic local business, somewhere where people go in and out all the time, like, don't host it at a movie theater because people don't think to show up at a movie theater with...
you just get a bunch of stale popcorn, pretty much.
Yeah, people just use those as garbage cans and spots like that. But like a bar, a coffee shop, somewhere that people go every day, every couple of times a week, so they remember, like, oh, yeah, next time I come to this spot, which will be again this week, I'm sure, I'll remember to bring some cans. So I know y'all got the hookups. We should have one in every office building in the city, in every store, every bar. Then we'll put you on the map. Not like a Portland rapper does, but we'll really put you on a map, and then people can see what where everybody's at, and they can just come and donate. It's a good way to bring business to your business, and it's a good way to let the community know that you support them and that they should in turn support your small business. That's the way shit works. So then the slottery, what we're going to do is we're going to invite everybody that's on the bill, and then we put everybody's name in a hat, and we have this big chart. And it says what team and what time you go on. And then we're going to shake the hat up. And then Fahim, Max Smith from We Out Here Magazine, and myself will give a little bit of small talk, a little bit of play-by-play about who the person is, what's unique about the slot that they have, if there is anything unique about it. Maybe tell a funny story about an old slottery, and then drum roll, and our 5:30 slot goes to Bad Habitat. You know, and then they'll come up, we'll interview them, we'll ask us some questions. Maybe Spark has a little clip of their music or something set up to get ready. And then, yeah. So it'll be kind of like set up like Fight Church, but without any structures, how we have to put it. We don't need those fucking red booths or anything. We can just use a couple chairs or a table or whatever. We can be really creative. We can get beanbags. I don't give a shit. But we need to get it done because people need to find out what team they are on. And here's the other thing right now is that we don't know what the teams are going to be called. Team Fork and Team Spoon was cool for a while, but the problem with that is that some people were on Team Fork like 2 years ago, and then last year they were on Team Spoon, and then this team they'll be on a Team Fork or something. And these people are like, they swear like life and death allegiance to whatever team. When they're like Team Fork for life, and I'm like, nah, blood, you got a Crip now. Then they got to get a whole nother tattoo covered up. And do you know if you get a fork tattoo and you have to cover it up with a spoon tattoo, or if you get a spoon tattoo and you got to cover it up with a fork tattoo, either way, it's going to look like a fucking spork.
Sporks. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Nobody needs that shit in their life. So that's going to be hopefully in the next week or so. And then remember, the after party is at Dots, so we're only going to be allowed to be at the Clinton Street Theater until 11 o'clock that night. But people are still going to want to hang out, so we're going to try to put together a little something after party at Dots, probably using Ozrock. Ozrock really wants to be helpful, and we don't really have a special job for him right now, so maybe we'll put him in charge of facilitating the after party at Docs, spinning some records, because Wheels is going to be out of town with Slum Village.
Yeah, I'm going to be out.
Making new little babies for Father's Day, getting them all pregnant.
Yup.
Town to town, DJ Wheels just goes having unprotected sex with Slum Village groupies.
There's nothing true about that statement.
Nothing?
No.
DJ Wheels is just driving Uber on tour. Hold on, guys, I'll be back. I'm not doing nothing wrong. Just killing time. Fucking do some Uber. Leonard's listening. Hey, if anybody else is listening, you can just chat it up on the fucking Facebook.
Yeah,
page,
what's
I
up,
guess.
Leonard? Can we ask Leonard?
Leonard,
Can we
what's
ask
going
Leonard
on, man?
what's going on with him right now?
Man,
Will he answer?
What are you doing, Leonard?
Hey, Leonard's trying to talk about commonality. My man. Oh, Leonard just said, I've suggested a new season market to donate some of their leftover food to Free Hot Soup and Food Not Bombs.
That's a brilliant idea.
That is, because they have produce. They don't even have GMO. We just want their GMO cans. Do you know how many kids we feed GMOs to? Do you know that's like a dirty secret that I just hold in my heart? Like, but people are like, man, you want to sign my petition for GMOs, man? Hey, you want to have the guy that looks like a green pepper on your show to sing a little harmonica song and shit?
I mean, how silly is that?
And I'm like, man, yeah, I'm trying to have these genuine relationships with these people, but it's just like when I try to pet an animal out in the nature and I have dead animals inside me. Knowing when those GMO people come around, knowing when those guys come around that I can't have a sincere relationship with them because I'm the king of GMOs. Every year, I'm like anti-Santa Claus. I'm like the GMO Santa.
I was curious about that. So you're not capable of having a sincere relationship with any animal if you eat any other animal?
Not a good one.
Really?
Like, bro, if it came down to it, I would fucking eat you.
What about Flash?
What about a high horse?
What about Flash?
Yeah.
Flash knows that I do it. Flash kind of different.
No, I'm
He's a
saying,
dog.
would you consider that you're having a genuine relationship with Flash when you're eating
Not if I ate
fried
other
chicken?
dogs. Not if I ate other dogs, no.
So it's like the animal. So like,
No, it's just like Flash doesn't give a fuck.
well, that's what I'm
doesn't care.
saying.
But
That's my
like
point.
Flash is a piece of shit, though. Like, Flash is no different than my friends that just fucking put pictures of bacon up and go, bacon! Flash is that guy. Flash fucking, yeah, Flash is a dickhead.
But that's
So-
a solid relationship. You
But
and
no,
Flash?
like when I'm out there with like trying to, when I see like a wild beaver, and I'm like, hey, Mr. Beaver, come here. He'd be like,
Yeah, but are you going around eating beaver steaks?
boom, that was a good drop.
I didn't do anything.
Or when I try to
That was
make out
me.
with the
It was
deer.
an actual
When I try to
beaver.
make out with the deer, she's like, "Oh my god, your breath smells like flesh." I'm like, sorry, baby. Need a mint.
What about when you communicate with migratory birds?
And now a migratory bird report with Nicholas Rudy.
Yeah, I don't have any migratory bird news, but I've got an interesting story of my own that relates to birds.
Just let us know.
All right, there's 2 blue birds that have been chilling in my backyard for about a month.
Are they migrating?
They seem to be migrating from one side of the yard to the other and then back, which is a short migration, but they're really fucking with my cat, which is hilarious. And that's all I got, guys.
And that was your migratory bird report.
Thanks for the update.
You're welcome.
Fan-fucking-tastic. So, you know what? We used to have this segment on the radio show called the Community Bulletin Board, or the Community Classifieds. Has a better ring to it. And then people would just post whatever they wanted throughout the day, you know, whatever you want to say as we led up to the show. And then we would read them all with like this tick, 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 tick. That was like a typewriter sound. But this week we only have one. We only have one message for our...
It sounded more like a yard sprinkler.
Yeah,
it was a wet typewriter, so you might be right. Okay, so, yeah, Community Classifieds.
do you need like a setup for that at all?
It's just one.
And now
just
it's
maybe,
time
No,
for...
just maybe if you had that, if you had the
See how it feels?
the cricket
See how it
noises.
feels? And now it's time for a migratory bird report.
Dude, seriously, right when I'm trying to make a serious point about cricket noises, you're gonna start doing fart noises and shit.
Hey, Spark, how was your day? All right, come to Crazy Ed's Video Game Emporium. Crazy Ed says, well, I got handheld video games and consoles too, all for sale. Blast my number if you want. I specialize in Nintendo 3DS units mostly, but I have a bunch of different handheld riffraff. Please and thank you. I don't think I was supposed to read that. And now, that was your community classified moment. So I suspect that once it catches back on, that'll be a longer bit. Oh shit, hold on, it's time for breaking news. Breaking news brought to you by...
And now, here's this. Bicyclist motorists reach common ground on who pays for the road argument. Bicyclists will agree to license and register their bikes if motorists will stop asking everyone else to subsidize their artificially low gasoline prices. Recent tragedy has reignited an old debate within the city of Portland. On Sunday, 22-year-old Alistair Corkett was struck by an errant truck making a left-hand turn as he was lawfully piloting his bicycle through the notoriously unsafe intersection at Southeast 26th and Powell. Corkett lost his leg, but is expected to live. But if the online commentary to news media coverage of this incident is any indication, many motorists are far more concerned about what they themselves may soon lose. The ability to plow through inner Southeast Powell Boulevard's school zone intersection as fast as it is inhumanly possible. You've heard it all 1,000 times before. Bicyclists tell motorists to share the road because you're bigger than us. Motorists tell bicycles to get off the road because we're bigger than you. It's only a matter of time before someone brings up the inescapable fact that motorists pay taxes and bicyclists don't. Typically, this would have to be someone who doesn't really get how taxes work. Stay tuned to listen to us read more from this exciting edition of the Portland Intelligencer, available exclusively at pdxintelligencer.com. The Portland Intelligencer. It's actually a website again. I'm State Your Name, and I wish that bikers would get jobs so that they could pay taxes.
Brought to you by the Portland Intelligencer, the only newspaper in the whole wide world. Go out right now, leave your house, run down the street, go to your nearest newsstand, flip the dude off, go back to your house and log into pxintelligence.com, the only newspaper in the world.
I know that.
Man, what were we talking about right before that news break? I was
What are we
just
talking
about to Google something, and then I don't remember what it was.
I don't know, but
We'll do it live.
I'm wondering if we're able to get that mean green cream this day in history to work. That was pretty crazy. Plus, I couldn't hear most of it because Sparkwood kept pushing buttons over it. So I assume it was funny because he played the laugh track.
This Day in History brought to you by Mean Green Cream, May the 20th. On this day in history, 325 AD, Christianity becomes big enough to give Easter bunnies permanent space on the calendar as the first council of Nicaea convenes.
It's funny to me.
In 1293, Sancho IV of Castillo finds the Alcalá study of general schools. In 1570, having copied the backs of 100 sailors, cartographer Abraham Ortelius issues Theatrum Orbis Terrarum, the first modern atlas.
But in
1873, Strauss and Davis receive a U.S. patent for blue jeans with copper rivets. In 1899, the traffic cop job, aka Too Lazy to Be a Dog Catcher, is invented as taxi driver Jacob German is arrested for going 12 miles an hour on Lexington Avenue. And this day in history, in 1972, Buster Rhymes is born. This Day in History is brought to you by Mean Green Cream. Mean Green Cream is a THC-infused cream located here in Portland, Oregon. You can find Mean Green at a host of dispensaries and online at northwestgardendelights.com. Rub it out.
Rub it out.
Man, you seriously don't remember what we were talking about, huh? Right before that.
Talking about
news break?
practice?
No, it wasn't practice.
We talking about the birds?
I don't think so. It was after that.
We talking about chisms?
What are we talking about?
The migratory bird report?
I feel like it was going to be something good that I was going to look up to, and I completely lost it. Speaking of good stuff, did you Google that Media, Pennsylvania?
No, I didn't.
Ah, dude.
Holy
you gotta look
crap,
that
the
up, bro.
delay between what we're doing and the thing is like freaking 15 seconds.
You're watching it?
Yeah, I just checked just to make sure it looked good. Make sure like you can see everybody. You can't really see Spark.
For the next rest of the show, we should just watch ourselves do the show.
Yeah.
That would be super cool. And then everybody just do random stuff. Look, actually, I want you guys to just do that through the rest of the show anyway. Just randomly throw up your hands. Like, just not a lot, so I can just kind of tell when you do it or not. And then I'll just watch it and just totally tell you guys.
That's
like,
good radio.
From the future.
Yeah, that's probably
great.
You guys got to see what I'm looking at right now. Wow, I just scratched my nose. But it's...
I didn't even see you do that. Maybe it's an
you guys seen it?
alternate
This
universe.
is actually super crazy. I gotta keep looking around the room to verify what's going on. Wow, you just hung up the headphone, Spark.
No way. I feel like I just did that.
Wow. Damn, the delay's crazy. Ryan's still on his phone. Just now, I said, hey, I want everybody to throw your hands around.
That was like 15 seconds ago.
Yeah, that was so long ago.
I know that.
Wow. Man, just
I
like
just played
looking
that.
at a
I
whole
know
bunch
that.
of mirrors. I got to stop doing that shit. So, let's see. Oh, shit, you know what time it is? It's time for some new music in the DJ Spark Hour.
Oh, okay. That would have been great to prepare for. Now.
Hey, tell us
it's
about the
time
Migratory
for-
Rapper Report.
It's time for our
It's time
featured
for
artist
what?
of the
It's
week.
time for what?
Our
We talking about
featured
practice?
Artist.
We talking
of the
about
week.
artists?
Our featured artist of the week.
Hold on, Wheels. It's time for 7 words with Wheels.
Oh, we already did that.
Oh, what were you saying, Spark?
Something about our featured artist of the week.
Oh, let's go to our featured. A new car.
This isn't the good radio, bro.
No.
Stumbled out the gate, bumped
Tell me
into
about it.
newlyweds. Where the
All right, we'll be back after 2 songs from Gold.
We are going to get into
We'll wait for it. It's coming.
2 songs from Goldini Bagwell. You can check out heavennoise.com. Download them off SoundCloud. Goldini Bagwell at SoundCloud. And here we go.
Stumbled out the gate, bumped into some newlyweds. Where the fuck am I? Somewhere in the city of Budapest. Damn, I need a drink, I need a smoke, I need a Sudafed. Felt like I did some things that only one out of two regrets. Reset, 7 deep in a jumpy, sipping coke. Shit is real from country to country with the crew. As sun-kissed grips the wheel. Peel back my eyelids and take in the cityscape. 2 bottles of angels and 8 hours later we got on stage and did our thing. Gave them everything we had, plus the kitchen sink. It was mutual, that's when something beautiful came up to give her thanks. She said, where you staying? I said, with you, even though I had a room. Next thing I knew, we sharing a brew and slice at 5 a.m. I'm saying, I'm feeling local in Bohemia. No phone service or access to social media, but I wish I had the actual footage when she said, you just come back here to say you slept with international women. Yeah, but hey, when it's all over, I'll hit the train and picture you in lace all over. Besides, I'll be back soon. I fly this music all over, and when I do it, be cool if we can do it all over. Actual girlfriends, I can count them on one hand, but as far as encounters go, you're goddamn right, I fuck fans. And no way is it malicious. I'm just trying to align some interests, and if they don't coincide, then I slides about my business. Hold up, that's how I met this missus. Names are not important, but for the story, let's just call her Temptress. We got into some mischief in the Pearl and Mission District. In town and out of town, we count down until we kick it long distance. You know how that's ending, from friendship to calls missed. We forget what we look like, then it's all shit. We move on and lose our ambitions to see how the others living. That's a smooth, long kiss. Good night. So why? She's still asking what's the next step. Carpe diem, slid into my DMs, and she hasn't left yet. Those messages go unread, but if she send a bathroom selfie, Lord help me. What can I say? I got a thing for the angel's red bread. She said, I know I've made some bad choices, but was it you, or is it me, or is it the fact that I have a boyfriend? I'm thinking all of the above. This song for sure poison. You've been lost. Next time you hit my inbox, all you're gonna hear is these voices saying, ay, ay. It's all over, you can see it written on my face. All over, time flies in the blink of an eye. It's all over, maybe next lifetime we can do this all over again. Go Denny, and again, and again, and again. Well, it's all love, it's all love, man. Just sitting here in our smoker's jackets, telling stories. Stories that might be true, they might not be. You decide. Seeing people, bitch.
You are now tuned in to the Smoker's Jack.
On tour for a month, I'm trying to get home since. Now that I'm back, I've been feeling road sick from waking up on hotel floors, been just to drive 8 hours and drink all of your whiskey. Shades to make it back in one piece. I should only be so fortunate to sit down and record this here. Yeah, this shit here is being brought to you by Hoppin' Rich Beer. Yeah, it's been a month since I've been this sincere. From Portland to Austin, let's get weird. After this, cheers. I might disappear. Said I might take flight if the distance is near. Fist in the air, check my bracelet. All access, wildin' for tonight. Tomorrow it'll be past tense, day one, and I'm already crashing. I guess I went too heavy, just trying to get ready for the action. No doubt, they say I need to slow down, like there's not enough gold to go round. You trying to do too much. You trying to do too much. She said I'm complicated, but I don't contemplate it. We all dead broke and overcompensating. Trying to do too much. Yeah, I'm trying to do too much. A few minutes in Thornburg, I already feel lighter. Now I'm tripping, the air's different, so I feel inspired. A lit fire, I'm good to go, but I should've known that eventually this drive will tire. Lethargic, sluggish, something way down, like I still carry around my tour luggage. Starving, but not from hunger, more like attention. Even if those in attendance hate and love us, is fucked up. I guess I do got an ego, and it's followed us wherever we go. I try to keep it in check, just waiting for when I get too humble or self-deprecating. Destination wherever though, I never know, but this rap will take me. So I caught that Rosetta Stone app for safety. Part-time tourist from 9 years of slavery, built to endure this, so when I hit the wall, don't save me. No doubt, they say I need to slow down, like there's not enough gold to go round. You trying to do too much. You trying to do too much. She said I'm complicated, but I don't contemplate it. We all dead broke and overcompensating. Trying to do too much. Yeah, I'm trying to do too much. Yeah. Now I'm dive bar posted, drink away a few feelings. Bruce Willis with a new chill, I'm die hard smoking. Let's play the vodka move ceilings, only do the fine arts of chilling where we define our focus. Well aware, folks in my circle know this. And if you a square, you probably won't fit. Know this, the air's calm, live for the rare moments, knowing I can die at the next light rolling. So I exercise the rights to bear arms, but only when my heart's showing. Show wings when in danger, that is fight is flight, Jack. I show teeth when angered, and I might just bite back. Perfect stranger, sidetracked, I sidechain every effect, so the cause is paused in time lapse. Where's my mind at? I'm lost in a fly trap, till I take the laws of inertia and apply that. No doubt, they say I need to slow down, like there's not enough gold to go round. You trying to do too much. You trying to do too much. She said I'm complicated, but I don't contemplate it. We all dead broke and overcompensating. Trying to do too much. Yeah, I'm trying to do too much. Everlasting light, it's not a bad offer. Just sit me on that flight with some angels path for. Our Father who art in heaven. No, it's our Father who art in heaven. No, everlasting light, it's not a bad offer. Just sit me on that flight with some angels path for. Our Father who art in heaven. No, it's our Father who art in heaven. No, it's
You are now tuned in to the Smoker's Jack. You are now tuned in to the Smoker's Jack.
Look who caught fire, up in flames, and self-destruction's custom made. Underpaid, so I guess I'll play these Hunger Games till the blood is drained from the barbed wire wrapped around my muddy veins. I didn't ask for this tat, it just appeared out of fear of another pain. That'll learn me, these flaws are alluring. There's footprints running up the side of my lungs, cushions to describe this journey. Surely it'll tell a pushkin tale of a man with no cares. A couple steps forward, a few back, more of the stories that they lead nowhere. Ropes on my hands to say I'm tied up. I wear this mask with pride, girl. Now let's imbibe with our eyes wide shut. Check the terms of service, yep, I signed up. But when they fade, I won't be on my way to get them colored in. I'm trying to rediscover skin that I haven't seen in years. It used to be thick, but now when it's pierced, it leaves a hole. And I can't gauge when it will close. It's got a hold like a snake clutched heart. These are the things we are attached to. And I don't even have tattoos, just scars.
War is still raging inside of me. I still feel the chill as I reveal my shame to you. I wear it like tattoo.
This reminds me of a muse I used to know, whose forearm bared alone music note to show she was in tune with the surrounding acoustics. It's beautiful on the surface, but what lies beneath is a time-released violent streak in search of a serpent to eat forbidden fruit with. That's fine with me. I'm at peace with their burden.
Yes. That was Goldini Bagwell with a couple tracks off his Smoker's Jacket series.
That was dope
you
shit.
Can download.
Where can you download that at?
You can get that at Goldini Bagwell on SoundCloud at SoundCloud.com at Goldini Bagwell, or HeavenNoise.com. Sand People Music are some of the very fine websites you can download it on. And once again, that's the Smoker's Jacket series. He puts that out every 14th of the month. A new track, SoundCloud.com/Goldini Bagwell. Sand People.
That's dope.
Speaking of .coms, I think the people out there would like to know that what kind of things they could do at www.zebulondak.com. Zebdak.com? www.zebdak.com.
Probably listen to the Triple B podcast on that.
You could. What else could you do?
You could probably book some studio time on that site.
You could. Real good studio time, too.
Quality studio time. That's www.zebdak.com. Also, make sure you listen to the Triple B podcast.
Oh, hell no!
Oh, you already know.
Where can they find the Triple B podcast at?
Triple B podcast? I found it on Podcast Addict. You can find it on Zebulon. You can find it on zebdak.com. You can find it on triplebpodcast.com.
So that's UUUUUU.com.
www.
So that's 6 U's.
Unless you're standing on your head, it's 3 M's.
Now, we do this every week.
Why is it so
have to
confusing
explain
every week?
single time.
All right. So anyways, welcome back. Broadcasting live from the planet called Earth, the bioregion of Cascadia, in the city named Portland. This is Fight Church Radio. I'm your host, Jessie Sponberg. The Ninjaneer made a flip, completely flipped the script, and now he is actually in the studio with us. I mean, he's not really with us. He's just staring at his phone like an intern.
Let's take a bet on what he's doing right now. I'm going to say my money's on he's looking at the itinerary for hour 2.
Yes, you are correct.
Nice.
My guess is he was playing Candy Crush. Oh, no, Ninja Fruit. Fruit Ninja.
That would be
I have a
fitting.
3G. I can't play games.
He don't play.
Ninjas don't play games.
Hi,
Ninjas don't
I'm Dr.
play.
Steve Brule. Welcome back to the show. Today we're going to talk about something pretty fun, kind of boring. Church.
We still need to come up with a name for the two teams.
I would have to go with the poop.
That's a good idea. That's
The
a
poop.
good idea. Zach.
Team Poop and P.
Give me the poop.
Which team are you on? Team P ain't shit.
That's
Remember,
right.
kids, you can always swim in poop if there's enough pee in it. Crazy. Crazy.
I did
All
not
kinds
know
of crazy
that.
shit going on. Man, do you, a list came out. Like, nobody cares what the Oregonian thinks, but the Oregonian came out with a list, and it was the 15 most fascinating Portland radicals in all time. And I was like, man, I think that I'm pretty fascinating. But apparently I'm not, because I didn't make this list. And I'm not a hater, so I'm not going to, argue my case for why I think I'm fascinating. But so there's a list. I'm not going to give you. Have I said there's a list yet? I'm trying to pick my words really carefully right now. So, number 17 is a lady named Soledad Brothers.
Did you say number 17?
I assume she's number 17. We're going to go through this pretty fast.
On
I'll
the
just
list
pick
of
out the-
15? That ain't right.
It's
not
the
a math show.
Oregonian.
It's not a math show.
It's not a math show.
I know that.
Oh, you know why? Because there was
Honorable mentions.
an honorable mention, for Viva Las Vegas. Okay, I didn't know she was very radical. She's
She's just
stripper.
rad.
She's an author and a stripper who was attracted to the sex industry primarily intellectually. And it was an amazing stroke
Aren't
of
we
luck.
all?
All right. I just read Playboy for the articles. Okay, then number 15, Jefferson Smith. First of all, I'm a decent friend with Jefferson Smith. I talked him into umpiring the Occupy Portland versus the softball Rangers, or the Park Rangers in a game of softball, and we crushed them. But anyways, this dude, he doesn't seem... they say he's a radical because he pushed a revolutionary idea, the end of political parties as we know them. I want to dump the spectrum idea of political thinking, he said in 2008. Right? That's not fucking very radical.
No,
that's
not
not
at all.
fascinating at all. The dude is...
Ralph Nader, right?
Well, that would be a radical move, wouldn't it?
Talking about some shit?
No, doing away with political parties.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Not the most radical thing I've heard.
That would be pretty fucking radical, bro.
Well, if he could do it.
Parties,
you got to win first, right?
The two-party system has been pretty much...
Is it more radical than me saying I'm going to colonize fucking Mars? Because that's way more radical than that.
Yeah, but nobody's saying that.
I just did. What's more radical?
You're going to colonize Mars?
He's going to fucking abolish political parties?
I'm saying it's radical insofar as we've had this political system since our country was founded. And so to switch that up drastically, that would be a pretty radical event.
It would be.
Yeah.
If you did it. We're just talking about
sure.
it.
I mean,
radical.
he's not going to do it on his own, right? Jefferson Smith?
He says. He said, actually,
Good luck.
there's a quote. He said, it's almost impossible, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, that's like what somebody in a park says. You know, like, how you doing, old timer? You slept on the bench. You're already drunk. What are you going to do? He's like, I'm going to abolish the two-party system. I'm going to City Hall
See,
to
the
yell at
problem
the
is
mayor.
you want to be a politician, right?
Oh. All right. Okay.
So the next slide on mine over here as I'm following along is Corks and Forks, which would be good team names, but I don't know if you want to stick to the...
Corks and Forks.
You already used Forks.
I got Brigadier General Evans F. Carlson and his wife, Peggy.
Yeah, I got that now, too.
Evans Carlson was an intrepid war hero. He's the man who popularized the term gung-ho, but the military censored him for saying the communists were China's best hope, and he retired from the military in 1946 and settled in Oregon. After his death, his widow Peggy continued to fight for progressive causes, running for Congress in 1948. Man, that's pretty radical, really. You know, you're in World War II, giving props to the communists. I don't know, but he's not really Portland. He just moved to Oregon. You know what I'm saying? He just settled in Oregon. The motherfucker ain't even from Portland. But I guess his wife did some stuff. Not a very attractive-looking person. She's all black and white and faded.
He had better options, and he settled for Oregon.
Look, number 13 is Cameron Whitten, the homie Cameron. Cameron's pretty radical, and he's totally fascinating, and he super belongs on this list. The college student put his health on the line for his beliefs when he staged a 55-day hunger strike outside City Hall in 2012, only eating Whoppers and Snickers when the news cameras were turned off.
Are you going to read each one of these?
No, just the highlights of them, just what makes them. I guess we're running out of time for this spot. Grace Wick. She fought against vigorously Ralph Clyde, Portland commissioner.
Oh, yeah. Ralph.
Dirk DeJonge. Oregon's criminal syndicalism law made it illegal to even encourage speech that advocated political unrest. And so when Formulist Communist Party mayoral candidate DeJong organized a 1934 public meeting to protest the city's response to a maritime strike, the authorities pounced. After his conviction, DeJong spent 2 years in prison until the U.S. Supreme Court reversed the jury's decision, a landmark ruling. That dude's fucking badass. Oh, man, the Hyundai Memorial Day sales event. Frank Johns.
That was pretty radical.
Yeah, it was a radical sales event.
Irvin Goodman.
Lots of
Found a
Hyundais.
good deal on a Sonata.
Oh, shit, we're going to take a break from this because it's time for breaking news brought to you by the Portland Intelligence.
Bang!
Are we going to do that again?
No, the computer won't let me. It's decided that breaking news
Irvin Goodman, a Reed College graduate.
Can you do the noise just with your mouth? With your mouth?
Woody Guthrie didn't even live here. Woody Guthrie, number 6. Emma Goldman, number 5. Memorial Day sales event, 2015 Hyundai Elantra.
You're not getting the Corks and Forks?
Hmm.
I'm getting Corks and Forks.
C.E.S. Wood. He's a poetry writer. Philosophical anarchist. Linus Pauling. Faye Stender.
Now you're just reading random names.
Yeah,
oh, she had affairs.
One of these names is not a real name.
Well, and number 1, John Reed, the radical journalist, first made his name with an incisive report on a contentious strike at a New Jersey silk mill. That's the dude from the movie Reds. All right. Well, that was a boring ass list. It would have been way fresher if I was on it.
Yeah, that reminds me of that shit I was telling you about, though, man. Anybody who's listening who's interested in this kind of shit should
go to the
look into
library.
it. But it's about the events of the Media Pennsylvania FBI office break-in.
Oh, that's what you were Googling?
Of 1971. No, that's not what I was Googling. But that shit's super interesting. It's worth looking up.
Hold on. Leonard says, gotta go.
Peace, Leonard.
Bye. Thanks. We love you, Leonard. Leonard's a very nice gentleman. Leonard is a very, very nice gentleman. So what I need to do right now is, oh, man, I've been anxious. There's a couple things I really want to talk to you guys about.
Talk about
it.
But
we never got that breaking news in.
I know that.
We're still trying to get that breaking news through.
It's funny to me, too.
Are we shut down?
It's not really breaking news. It's the same one we did last week. So it was breaking then.
What is time?
We can break it again.
What is time? We're talking about Clockus?
What are we talking about?
We're talking about Clockus?
I know that.
Okay, so I guess if we don't have any breaking news, then it would be a good time to go to our nature literacy report.
Oh, I get it now. Okay. Sure. Oh, sure. You've got a reboot, don't you?
Yeah.
Every now and again.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing it live.
We don't have any music
Nature literacy.
Nature literacy, yeah. Nature literacy, yeah.
As outdoor season approaches, remember to harvest a child or friend's nature story. Part of nature literacy is our human community and what we share between us. The telling of a story brings us back in time and reopens us for another layer of teachings from nature. As the harvester of someone's nature story, travel through time with them, see what they see, feel what they feel, and when appropriate, ask a question that will pull at them later. The question doesn't have to be big. A simple environmental one will do. How did the birds respond when that happened? Or was it the size of a robin or a crow? Or what direction was that in? Any question you ask within the story will become a small thread of awareness to that thing for you both and the teller. Next time you are out in the field, the art of a nature story harvesting fills a need in the community and allows the teller and the listener to both grow and connect. And children love to tell their stories and need our questions to help shape their awareness and observations.
And that has been a nature literacy report with Ryan McKenzie. And how's your pizza, Jesse?
Anybody looking for a job?
Nope.
I could use like 3 more.
Spark could use a couple more.
Anybody looking for a job in Saudi Arabia?
Nope.
Well, because on Saudi
What's
Arabia,
the commute like?
just take Uber.
And now a traffic report with DJ Wels.
Hey guys, I'm up here in the traffic copter. And back to you, Jesse.
How are the notches up there?
Well, by notches, I'm assuming you're meaning the edges of clouds, which strangely enough don't form straight lines. They're looking pretty ragged. Back to you, Jesse.
All right. Don't crash into the notches. Put a parachute on those cats. All right, so right now, if you go to Saudi Arabia, you can get a job chopping off people's heads.
Damn.
That is a fucking, like, a job.
How much per hour?
I'm looking for it. It doesn't.
Do they have seasonal bonuses?
Wages? What's the benefits?
Blue Cross Blue Shield?
They would be at the lower end of the civil service pay scale.
Can you get a parking validated?
Serfs.
The lower end. The job is classified as religious functionaries. In Saudi Arabia, 85 people have already been beheaded this year.
Oh, so it's a nonprofit.
They're looking to hire 8 new executioners, recruiting extra staff to carry out an increasing number of death sentences, usually done by public beheading. Here's the best part. No special qualifications are needed for the job, whose main role is executing a judgment of death. But it also involves performing amputations on those convicted of lesser offenses. The advert was posted on the Civil Service Jobs portal. Fucking crazy, man. Aren't you glad you don't live in Saudi Arabia?
Do they supply the axe?
Yeah, does it say you gotta have your own equipment? Wow. Most of these people that get executed are executed for murder. But 38 were killed for drug offenses. Damn. Drug offenses get your fucking head chopped off?
Have you ever smoked hash in the desert?
No. Should I?
Yeah, you want those guys beheaded.
What do you mean? Because they're hashishines? Yeah, because they're fucking crazy people?
Yeah.
Whirling dervishes and shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah?
Oh, we have
No way. That's just your way of calling them fucking thugs. Whirling dervish is the new term for thug. You know what I'm talking about? Those dudes that spin around?
Yeah. Sufis.
Sufis, that's the word. Yeah, Sufis. Wow, so if you're a Sufi, smoking hash, you get killed. But it said a whole bunch of them was killed for murder. That's so crazy. Hold on.
Do you think that drops down the murder rate? Or, I mean, obviously it increases it.
It
but-
I think that one's going to
creates more murders.
increase the murder rate.
Hold on. So you want to check out this the top 5 of fucking insane fucking countries?
Do those
man?
people get murdered?
The murderers?
Yeah.
I guess if you're
It's a
murdering
never-ending cycle.
murderers, then you could maybe decrease the murder rate.
If you're murdering murderers? But how about the murderer that murdered the murderer? You murder him?
Then you're going to have an increase in the murder rate again.
But he fucking murdered him.
Yeah, but if you're murdering the people who murdered the murderers,
You're going to have to murder those guys.
then you got to have it's every other level, right? So if you
It's
got
just like a conga line.
If you got a guy murdering murderers, that's good. If you've got a guy who murders that guy, that's bad. If you've got a guy who murders that third guy, then
It's
you're
like
back
a
to good
human
again.
centipede, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, the headless centipede. Okay, so check this out. This is pretty fucked up. So, you know, I mean, we all know that Saudi Arabia is crazy. Okay. But Saudi Arabia is not even the number one in the world for
Oh, is this another list?
killing people. China is number one. China kills the most
of
people,
course.
right? Because they're fucking crazy, right? And then Iran. Iran, fucking extreme crazy.
This is your tribute to Letterman, your top 10 list.
This is our top 10 list. Number 3 was Saudi Arabia.
It's for Texas.
We have a lovely program for you tonight.
Then Iraq. And winding out that gruesome fivesome. Oh, glory. United States of America.
Oh, you sixth sensed us, bro. You Shyamalan'd us, bro.
Right? Did y'all expect that plot twist? Were you even paying attention?
Man.
I wasn't paying attention. What are you guys talking about?
And now it's time for a traffic report from DJ Wheels.
Hey, guys.
I'm just going to accident with the pizza guy.
Over here in the traffic shopper, just having a snack.
Doing manual cars now.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fucked up that our country is in that 5 with those other countries.
Breaking news.
Yeah, but we make money by keeping those people alive. So I don't even understand why we would kill them.
Well, I don't think they have an appeal system there. I think you just get like one strike.
It's
head's gone,
hard to
you know?
appeal when your head's on the ground.
Yeah. So
You're like, hey, look Oh man. Okay, so that's what I want to tell you about. I'm glad you dropped that sample. So that girl. So I don't know if you guys saw the news about the girl that found the cameras from the dude that was trying to videotape her while she was house sitting his house. He had the video cameras on her, right? So when the news asked her, what her thing was, like, what did you think? Like, how does this make you feel? She said, I just don't know why he would have wanted to see me naked.
She did say that.
I just don't get it. Why would he want to see me naked? And I was like, I think that was Nancy Kerrigan's daughter that happened in.
Kerrigan knee.
What were you saying earlier? The reason the guy got caught, Nick, was because
I didn't say a reason for why he got caught. I just said
she found the cameras.
It sounded like from the
he didn't put on effort.
The report. He didn't really hide the cameras. It was like under a blanket or under a towel or something like that.
That's a good place to hide it from a hippie. Under a clean towel.
It's not a really good place to hide anything under a towel.
Where would you have hid it all those times that you?
I mean, every time I've ever done that.
As a creeper surveillance expert, Ninjaneer, I know you be doing that.
Behind the cable box.
Behind the cable box?
Yeah.
That's your spot?
There's already red lights there.
That's a good point.
Oh, man. All right. Now it's time for, what do we still got to get done? Where's my list?
I mean, we're getting to the end of it, bro. We've got to go over the ironic Seattle protesters kayaking and plastic
Oh, my
kayaks.
God. Don't get me fucking started on that. Is that the stupidest shit in the fucking world?
You're right. It is so stupid. Why would they do that? Why would they go protest in plastic canoes?
No, it's not. It's not that they would. It's the people that think that it's ironic that somebody would go protest in a kayak made of petroleum products.
Oh, it's ironic.
I can't do it.
No two ways about that.
No, it's not ironic.
It's 100% ironic.
No.
Yeah.
Look, they're not
It's
protesting.
it's the definition of irony.
No. If you just look at like, oh, that's made out of plastic and that's made out of plastic. No.
Well,
when you
the truth of it is most things are made out of plastic in one way or another.
right, so if you're trapped in a world where you fucking don't really control that every single
In
thing
a
around
world you don't control.
with animals in your butt.
And plastics all around you.
So you have to just No,
dude, all stormtroopers are bad. All people that use plastics to kayak are bad.
No, because none of us signed up for that shit, man. Look, that's what are you gonna do? Fucking make
What
a
do you mean?
coconut raft? So
None of us
listen,
signed
here's
up
the
for
thing.
what?
Here's
When
the thing.
you, when
know
you
what those
buy
people
the
are
kayak,
protesting?
isn't that signing up?
You know what those people are protesting? Those people are protesting the fact that Shell is going to take this fucking Death Star of a fucking oil rig and park it up in the fucking Arctic Circle in one of the few last fucking precious fucking spots of fucking sanity
Sure,
away
now
from
that-
the fucking
now there's no
madness.
ice there.
And they're gonna fucking go drill, and they're gonna have obvious expected environmental disaster because that shit always fucking happens. And then they're not gonna be able to fucking get any equipment up there to fucking clean it up because it takes so fucking long to get up to the fucking Arctic.
I mean, who cares about polar bears anyway?
Right? Fucking polar bears. They got white
Fucking
privilege.
penguins, yeah.
It's like a death row pardon.
So while that's fucking so fragile right now, they're just gonna go up there and just fucking dump a bunch of fucking more greenhouse gases, like really fucking put the earth over the fucking top. And then so some hippies are like, fuck, how the fuck can we stop this? Damn it, we're gonna have to use the fucking tools created by the enemy to destroy the enemy. We have no fucking choice. What are you gonna do, swim out there with a boat made out of fucking bamboo?
How come they never drill in like places that are already polluted, like the Willamette?
Man, they just keep fucking everything up, man.
Santa Barbara.
Did you see? Yes, today Santa Barbara. They just dropped another 21,000 fucking. If that oil spreads out, dude, that'll be like almost 200 square miles of fucking ocean just covered by fucking just black fucking oil. Because motherfuckers got to fly their planes and drive their cars and have their hippie fucking kayaks. You're just as bad, hippie. You have a fucking kayak. You're just as bad as Shell. How ironic. Let's make a fucking Facebook meme about the irony. Oh, that bothers me so bad. Like, this is like the biggest fucking threat fucking the planet Earth could fucking face right now. Well, maybe tied with the tar sands.
Well, let's tie the human population increase in there, too. It's a pretty big threat.
Yeah. Yeah, people got to
probably supersedes every other threat. But.
Earthquakes and volcanoes, dude.
Earthquakes and volcanoes are pretty gnarly.
Man, volcanoes never hurt nobody.
I was enjoying watching all the Mount St. Helens
Krakatoa
when that was going on.
Vesuvius
last week.
All that did was like
Mount
fuck
Hood
up like
when it goes.
That just fucks up like a city or two.
Yeah.
We need real cataclysm, bruh. We need real shit. We need like a rapid polar shift.
At least like if a volcano erupts, it'll, block the sun out a little bit. Lower the Earth's temperature.
Yeah, maybe if that happens.
Wheels will be like, what are you talking about?
Maybe if that happens, you can demand compensation from someone, Jesse.
I'm fucking...
Oh, goddamn volcanoes. I want my money back.
On Mount St. Helens
fucking
Day.
out here trying to enjoy the river. I want my money back.
Mount St. Helens explodes.
Fucking Mount St.
There's ash
Helens.
everywhere. Wheels is just like, what are you talking about, man?
Jesse's like,
I don't
did you see
nothing.
that volcano? What the fuck is up with all those notches coming out of the volcano?
I think it might have erupted. No, you're fine. Nothing's wrong. It's totally fucking normal looking.
Hey, if that volcano has notches, it's going to spread out all over your day. No question about it.
Give me the poop.
I agree, Zeb.
I'll take the poop.
I would have to go with the poop.
Mm-hmm.
Man, could you do that job, though, of fucking chopping somebody's head off, man?
Hell no.
Could you do it? It's what you do. It's just like being a butcher, except a fucking righteous, religious butcher.
So you can understand.
Would you do it, Ninjaneer? I mean, cause,
yeah, I would.
Because, I mean, I figure you probably already do.
Only one.
You know,
because I feel like you don't really have a choice. Like, you either have to chop someone's head off or you're going to get your head chopped off. I mean,
well, if you sign up for that job.
Yeah. Well, it's just security, right?
Oh, dude, I bet there's people that are like, hey, man, there's good religious, what are those called?
Beheaders.
There's a word for them. A religious functionary. Not all religious functionaries are bad.
I can't do it.
Some of them just trying to make the system better. Religious functionaries get a bad rap. Sure, there's some bad apple religious functionaries, but not all of them. Oh my God, I can't wait to use that.
Can we sue Islam for beheader abuse?
So speaking of beheading people, there's nothing I want more right now than to follow Zach around, Zach the sword man from Fight Church, as he seeks to go and get a new job and re-assimilate into the real world with a sword on his back.
Highlander, there can be only one.
Hi, I'm here for the apartment.
I see you've got a decent rental history. You've got a full-time job, and you've got a sword on your back. I think we're going to keep looking.
The application is he wrote it on his sword.
We're going to have to get a deposit for any damage
He knocks on the door with
Here's
his
my
sword.
references.
Hey, I wonder how Zeb thinks about how this episode's
home?
going.
Is Cheryl home? Honey, there's somebody at the door for you. He has a sword. Oh, that's my date. No, it's not. What do you want with my daughter? I don't let my daughter go out with no damn swordsman. I brought her up in a private school, Catholic school. What do you want with her? Swordsman? Hey, Zeb. It's time for 5 minutes with... How about... Hold on. Let's trim that down.
Start that over.
Hey, Zeb. It's now time for 5 nanoseconds with Zeb. Thank you for Zeb.
That's not it either.
And now it's time for 5 seconds with Zeb.
Hey, Zeb, how we doing?
Pretty good.
What is time?
I've heard worse.
No, see, you messed.
You got to lay out when
You
he's
gotta,
time when
yeah,
it's time
you
for
gotta
him
let
to
him talk. He's only got. I mean,
He's got 5
you only have to be
seconds.
quiet for 5 seconds.
Hey, it's your show. You don't have to do anything.
Well, kind of. That's the nature of the bit, right? It's 5 seconds.
It should be going. And now 5 seconds where Jesse doesn't talk. Zeb.
Solidarity, Zeb.
See, now you got Zeb shook too.
No, Zeb was like, if they won't let my man talk, I'm not going to talk either. Solidarity.
Oh, shit.
All right, let's try this one more time.
And now, 5 seconds with Zebulon Dak.
Hey, Zeb, how we doing?
Not too bad. I've heard worse.
Oh, you could have won a new car.
That was flawless, you guys.
No,
that was
he
perfect.
It was flawless.
It was.
I guess we should have had like a joke there. Where's our fucking list? What do we got left?
What do you mean? We got all kinds of shit. We got.
I can't find it.
KFC's bringing back Colonel Sanders.
Oh my god, dude! It's fucking yeah.
I mean, we didn't really talk about the Seattle kayak protesters very much.
We didn't. We were trying to. Then we got interrupted.
Well, we didn't really get interrupted.
Yeah, we did.
Well,
so that's like a super, super serious threat to the world in general. And those people in Seattle are standing up, trying to like literally like put their body in the way of a gigantic freaking robot looking thing. It's not really a robot. I know you're gonna split hairs on that one. Well, it's technically not a robot.
It's pretty robotic.
It's scary. It's scary. It looks like where the Transformers would hang out. Like it's a giant mega fucking complex designed to just fucking gouge its fucking big metal fucking proboscis right into the fucking center of the earth and fucking suck it dry while at the same time just belching giant fucking fumes out of the biggest fucking exhaust systems you ever saw, just pounding the earth just at its most vulnerable spot. One of the last few spots where mankind hasn't fucking said, give me the poop.
America. We got to get more oil, bro. What do you want to do? How are we going to make kayaks if we don't have oil? How are we going to make kayaks?
If it wasn't for oil, we could just have fucking regular kayaks and there wouldn't be crazy shit you have to defend yourself from. You could just get around on the bamboo shit. We don't need all this shit, man. People survive forever. Forever. You know, I read this thing the other day. It was a quote from a indigenous wise man. He said, you know, before white men came, we just kind of fucking hung out all day by the river. We hunted, we fished, we had a lot of sex. And then fucking white man thought he could improve on that shit. And now fucking look where we are. Look at the fucking state of the geographical state of this fucking continent that really has only been, you know, encountered or invaded, whatever is the word I'm looking for, since like the 1500s, you know? And barely on a scale until, you know, we get to the industrial age. Yeah. So really, I mean, it's like the beginning of the industrial age. Well, the deforestation was done pretty rapidly. The killing of the buffalo was kind of fucked up, but the killing of the buffalo
200 years, man.
Let's just say 200 years. That's a good number. We fucked this place the fuck up in 200 years. That's it. This shit used to be nice. Just run around bare-assed. Just fish everywhere, animals everywhere. You could just ride buffaloes and fucking triceratopses and shit. And then fucking combustible engines and shit showed up. Fucking like the Onceler and the fucking Lorax. And this motherfucking place. Man, I go to places out in the woods or as far as you can see. Just forest, just flattened. Just to sell some shit, sell the fucking wood to China to get some money to buy some crappy ass fucking plastic shit from China that we should have just bought or made out of wood from our own forest or some shit like that.
Kayaks.
Right? Fucking, what's wrong with the old wooden canoe? That shit worked for fucking hundreds of years. But no, we just gotta fucking everybody's gotta make more money to get more shit to buy a fucking $1 billion plane ticket to go to some other fucking planet. You don't need that shit, man. It's all fucking crap. And so having all that said, there's 3 things you could do, man. You could be empathetic or sympathetic, which is one thing, right? You could be apathetic, which is just fucking mind your own business and fucking let motherfuckers try to save the world. Or you could be antipathetic. You know what I'm saying? Antipathy. The opposite of empathy or sympathy. You're actually like working for the fucking forces of evil to try to make it fucking harder for the good guy's job to do a good guy job. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking just leave people alone. Why would you have to fucking just like create just extra fucking more forest to walk through, Motherfuckers just trying to get to a clearing in life. Just trying to save the planet. Trying to fucking save a baby seal or some shit.
It's snark, man. I mean, people would rather have an excuse to be inactive and come up with a reason why your thinking's flawed than to be like, oh, you know, maybe I should be out there staying in front of.
Right? It's a nice way. It's a nice fucking like a disclaimer or a disqualifier.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I don't want to get up because that's stupid. You're stupid. Oh man, the irony. Not that you're stupid by saying the irony, but
well, dude, if you're telling me that that's not ironic, you're out of your fucking mind. It's absolutely ironic. It's like
the people are protesting.
To the letter.
The people are protesting.
Yeah, that would be like somebody wearing a fur coat to a PETA rally. Same shit. It's ironic. I mean, it is what it is. The fuck? What are people going to kayak in? I mean,
by the broadest definition.
Well, usually if they wear
I read an article about it
rally,
this morning.
There's blood on it. But
I
think it's more to make it more to the point would be like telling somebody who wore a leather belt to a PETA rally.
Right.
They had
I think
on,
the protesters actually concede the fact that it's ironic. So if you're going to disagree with that, that's weird. But yeah, they basically conceded that it was ironic and said in their press release, like, hey, we realize we're here in plastic fucking kayaks protesting this, and it's just a product of that's the type of kayaks we have. That doesn't take anything away from our message, which is we're destroying the fucking earth. I think that's probably the most straightforward way to put it. It's certainly ironic. It's not. There's nothing to be done about it. What are they going to do? They don't have wooden. They don't have wooden canoes.
But a kayak doesn't have like a petroleum engine.
I mean, even if they
kayak is made of plastic.
Burdened. Yeah, but
which is made of.
But it's
petroleum.
a one-time done. You know what I mean? It's a one-time usage, right?
Technically,
Kinda.
even if it was made of wood, you'd still be destroying a tree to make it.
Well, you know what? If we weren't caught up in a capitalistic fucking system, fucking ran by the fucking oil barons, then we could afford fucking hemp kites or hemp kayaks. All fuckers, that shit could be made out of hemp, and all plastic could be replaced by hemp almost.
Yeah, totally could. That's true.
So the fact that those motherfuckers got a stranglehold on us means that we have to pick up the fucking king's sword and cut his head off with his own fucking sword because there are no other fucking weapons available. I mean, sure, we could have all went out there with water wings and shit, but to compare that as irony is like saying, wow, that happened in Seattle. How ironic. I'm in Portland. They're both cities.
That's not irony, though.
That is ironic.
It's not ironic. That's not irony.
Because we're in a
all.
city too.
That's not irony, though. Irony. God damn it. It's whatever, man. Doesn't change the meaning of the word irony, which certainly describes people.
You can Google it, man. To make sure. I mean, I believe.
How about you Google it and then let's read it live here? The definition of.
You're the
irony.
Google guy.
Same time.
All right.
You're the Google guy. That's,
you guys,
like
you guys both have the definition. I want you to read it exactly at the same time.
No. I'm still on my religious functionaries article. Let me get out of this one. That was probably okay. Now let's look at the thing again.
Yeah, you ready?
You ever see those movies where people have a ghost?
You guys both have the definition up
about that movie Ghost.
No. Whoa! Look, I'm passionate right now. I want like this in my hand. Oh, I just said you got to cut off the king's sword with his own fucking. That's some irony. Especially if it was a gift. How fucking ironic is that? That's like Iron Man levels.
That is Iron Man.
That is Iron Man. How ironic that his name is Iron Man.
That's ironic?
At least it's not fucking wrinkled. Okay. So you got the definition?
I do.
Does it say kayak in there anywhere at all? Let's cut to the fucking chase. Does it say kayak in there at all?
4, 3 at the end of the drum roll. How many seconds
He
that
doesn't
is?
have it up.
I don't have it up.
And
now it's time for a segment called
Go.
We'll Take Wheels' word for it.
No, I mean, if he's not going to do a little bit of homework, bro, I'm just going to take that as a...
I'm just asking, does it
he's
say
given up.
kayak in it or not?
Do you think it does?
It'd be
It'd
so
be easy
ironic.
for you. It'd be easy for
If
you to
it
look
did,
it up.
It'd be super ironic.
It'd be easy for you to look it up and find out. Obviously.
Really?
I'm still looking at the 15 most outrageous, 17
Fascinating.
most fascinating.
The 17 most, 15 most people.
Not
All right,
from
hold
Portland.
on.
telling
the
you,
radicals
dude,
not from
I'm telling
Portland.
you, skip the irony definition and look up that fucking Media Pennsylvania thing.
All right.
It's so crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
it changes this. See how he was all like, do it.
I'll read it to you right now, dude.
Then when I was about to do it, he was like, hey, go
the
look at
use
some
of
other
words
shit.
to convey a meaning that is opposite of its literal meaning.
Right,
Used
that
in a
is not
situation,
kayaks and
used in a situational context, it would be, you know,
Was that what it says?
basic.
This is comedy, you know.
Says the use of words to convey a meaning that is the opposite of its literal meaning.
Yeah.
The irony of her reply, how nice, when I said I had to work all weekend. Right, so in a situational context, it would be something along the lines of people showing up in plastic kayaks to protest against petroleum drilling.
It's like rain.
It's a kayak, versions are made out of oil. It's a it's all good, man.
All right, so the point is antipathy, which is a terrible fucking disease that people get. Antipathy, that's bad. All right, so this is it's called the Citizens Commission to Investigate the FBI.
Yeah, man, that's the commission that it was. Super fun.
Can I get like some CSI music or something?
There was 9 of them, and one of them dropped out at the last minute.
The
So
Citizens Commission.
There ended up being 8 of them.
The Citizens Commission to Investigate the FBI was a leftist activist group operational in the U.S. during the early 1970s. Their only known action was breaking into a 2-man Media Pennsylvania office over the Federal Bureau of Investigation and stealing over 1,000 classified documents. They then mailed these documents anonymously to several U.S. newspapers. Some news outlets refused to publish the information as it related to ongoing operations, and they contended disclosure might have threatened the lives of agents or informants. What the fuck am I reading? What do the documents say? The complete collection of political documents ripped off from the FBI office in Media, Pennsylvania, March 8, 1971, was published for the first time as March 1972 issue of Win. Still don't know what the fuck I'm reading. The documents revealed the COINTELPRO operation. Ooh, the COINTELPRO. Did I say COINTEL? COINTEL. Oh, okay. Got it. I just read something about this morning.
About the COINTEL?
COINTEL, yeah.
But
yeah,
it's-
it was
it's-
actually, it was
it's
on my
easy
list.
to-
It was like number 9 on the
to talk
things.
about. It's easy to sum it up.
They broke in and just stole a shitload of FBI files.
Yeah, but it led to all kinds of amazing shit. Like there were documents that were taken that really shed the light on things that had happened to like Martin Luther King Jr.
Didn't Sean Connery hide these in a church?
All that shit.
Is that the Da Vinci Code?
The Rock.
Is this the Da Vinci Code? Oh, it's The Rock?
Yeah, remember and at the end, Nicolas Cage goes to that church and it's all the secrets.
From this? Some 40 years after the successful infiltration, some of the perpetrators decided to go public. In 2004, Betty Metzger's book, The Burglar, discovered that Hoover's secret FBI file was released, which contained the burglar's description of the burglar and revealed the
Almost
identities
sound like words.
of 5 of the 8 burglars.
Kind of sound like words.
I don't know.
Filmmaker John Hamilton also made a documentary titled
Sold.
1971.
Sounds like noise.
That's how people talk down there at the FBI. We're going to tell you right now, if you come to the FBI, you're going to have to talk like this because we talk really fast at the FBI. And also Men in Black.
Can you do a U.S. Marshal?
I think it's the same one. All right. Before we forget, it's time for the 1-minute karaoke moment with your favorite and mine,
DJ Spark,
doing a duet
with Ryan McKenzie. And what are they going to be singing today, Jesse?
Island in the Streams. Holding each other's hands. Hey, don't let me forget. They trying to fuck around and put chickens in my butt. Don't let me not tell you about fucking Colonel Sanders, man.
Why don't you just eat chicken?
Oh, it's so good. Chickens are my friends, man.
So they can be your friends and you can eat them.
And still maintain a sincere
It's not like this
relationship.
hypothetical cake that everyone's always talking about. It's possible to have it and eat it too.
Man. But Wheels probably leads a whole
Hypothetical
secret,
cake.
a double life. His girl doesn't know he's secretly Spider-Man. And he replaced her usual coffee with Folgers Crystals.
And don't look under that towel.
Oh.
I would have.
So, I guess it's time for DJ Wheels to do his thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm not doing that. That's Ryan.
The 1 minute karaoke moment.
You know the words.
I don't know
From the
song.
same exact movie that he starred in as the Asian girl, Karate Kid 3.
Go for it.
Go ahead, Ryan. Jesse, this is you, bro.
I don't know the words to this song either, so I'm just gonna read Katie's text messages. I say, okay, dang, how long will you figure? I'm just trying to get my shit figured out, you stupid. She said, half hour. If you want to wait till tomorrow, we can go get some frozen yogurt. I didn't know they were coming tonight.
I had jalapeno and cheddar tortilla combos today.
No shit. On the air?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's go back over what we went and talk about what we learned tonight.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay. Anybody want to tell me what they learned from the closing of Cadigans?
That the new guy may or may not have free pool.
Obviously.
Duh.
Bikers are still going to piss everywhere.
Spark?
No more free sandwiches.
And what will Zach do with a sword on his back?
Okay, Waco
He'd be
biker
the
fight.
beheader.
Yeah,
He could get
right.
a job as the beheader. There you go.
Oh, the religious functionary.
Yeah,
Kill
wow.
2 dudes with one sword.
I love it when we tie shit together like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
If that's not like one thing we solved today, I mean,
What did you guys learn from the Waco biker fight fiasco?
I mean, we didn't really talk about that a whole lot.
We tried to.
I didn't learn much from that one.
I'm not gonna piss off a biker ever. That's one thing I learned.
Yeah. Not trying to go to any biker bars. Parties. Or whatever.
I kind of want to check out Twin Peaks.
Right? That's got to be
Yeah.
like the Dusk to Dawn bar or some shit.
Well, it's like Hooters, right? But Twin Peaks.
But
yeah, exactly.
But with death.
But with lots of blood.
With religious functionaries?
With the religious functionaries, yes.
We should
Lots
send
of
Zach
FBI
down there.
agents.
Not trying the in-house barbecue sauce.
You never know. Food Wars 8 preview. What did we learn from that? What did we learn about Food Wars 8? I learned that there's still no names for the teams.
Spork and Wet Nap.
I would have to go with the poop.
I think going with the poop would have to be one of the names.
I was thinking we could have one be Team Canada and the other team be the Dominican Republic.
Yeah,
That's-
it's,
I don't know about that.
Y'all some haters, man.
That was
I think you said think. I think that's what threw us all off.
All right, we barely talked about the dude with the shower cam.
Kurt
It
Higgins.
didn't work. If you can't fool an 18-year-old girl with your spy tricks, you're screwed. If you can't fool an 18-year-old boy either, you just can't fool an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Like sometimes my kid's 19. Sometimes I still fucking trick him with a quarter falling out of his ear. Like, oh, look what I found here.
What?
A quarter in your ear. Wow.
Shout out to Hung.
Yeah, shout out, little Hung. We had a couple news breaks from the PI. The Portland Intelligence is the only newspaper in the world.
What'd you learn about traffic today?
Sometimes you have to do it manually.
Don't let the cats drive the fucking helicopter.
So now for this next 3 minutes,
Oh, looks like
I'll
we
just
got
be
3
looking
minutes
at
left.
y'all the way that y'all looking at me.
What'd you guys learn from Zeb earlier?
5 seconds really isn't enough time for him to speak his mind.
I learned that we were doing okay.
He's heard worse.
He's heard, and that he has heard worse.
definitely
Which
has
is
heard
comforting, I
worse.
think.
What I learned from just a scheduling thing is that we probably could fit that down to 3 seconds with Zeb.
No, come on.
He's
You're trying to
taking
take
his time.
seconds away from
He's
Zeb.
taking his time. Talk
We're only
faster.
giving him 5, and you want to take 2 of those?
That's how capitalism works.
Nah, man, that's
It's
40%,
trickled down.
bro. That's assault, brother.
No, we'll give him 15 seconds minimum wage. Oh, you know what? I wanted to rant on that. people are pretty happy about the $15 minimum wage approval in Los Angeles. That's not going to kick in until 2020, which is a long fucking time away. By that time, a loaf of bread will be $15. So, I mean, really, that's only 5 more years, but, man, at the rate, the dollar's probably going to collapse before that 15 even sees it.
Y'all got 2 more minutes to look at me.
Looks like we got 2 more minutes.
All right, does anybody remember what it's called when you're a fucking professional head chopper offer?
A religious functionary.
Fuck, yeah. And what's that going to get a job as?
A head chopper offer.
There can be only one.
All right. And, man, I really want some chicken in my butt, but it just doesn't feel right. I didn't even mean it like that. It wasn't a drumstick.
That's weird.
It wasn't a drumstick.
Well, maybe that's why you're going vegetarian. That's not how most people eat chicken, bro.
Oh, man, please don't chop that up. Make that a sample.
Y'all minute is running out.
So, man, I'm a big
It's like
fan of
there's only
Colonel
1 minute
Sanders. When I was a kid, I used to think Colonel Sanders was one of the coolest dudes. And then so right when I'm like really trying to focus on not having no dead animals, they just got Colonel Sanders. You know, they got new commercials with Colonel Sanders, and he's walking around in a nice white shirt, and he's carrying a bucket of chicken up against his stomach like that.
And
man,
it looks so inviting, doesn't it?
It does, but you know his shirt would get greasy in real life. So it lets me know that there's like a definite separation between
I can't do it.
wanting to have chicken. So I guess right now all I do is say thank you, everybody.
20 seconds.
So there's 20 seconds left.
Play that fucking music, DJ Spark. Get us out of here. Yeah, so 999, motherfuckers. Remember, you can't find us on Mondays no more, so I don't have to give you an update. We'll be back after the summer in a new spot. So if you want to hang out with us, it'll have to be Wednesdays, or you can just see us in the streets. But it should be Wednesday. Be interactive.
And go out there and try to enjoy these sunny days, even though there's contrails.
And remember, do not buy a kayak. That shit has fucking got irony written all over it.
Don't use anything
No
plastic.
matter what you're trying to do. Fucking kayaks, you're just floating irony.
Either that or buy a kayak and then paint the word irony on it.
Hold on. How ironic is that? Floating irony? Because it's iron, which is supposed to be heavy, but it's floating? That's fucking ironic. If they make a kayak, an ironic kayak, fucking levels of this irony shit. Like an onion. That's ironic, too. Because those are both 5-letter words. Onion and irony.
Not irony. No.
Remember, broadcasting from Portland, even though it's happening in Seattle. Watch out for the notches, botches. Peace. Oh, don't forget to march against Monsanto this week, and then next week, don't forget to come to our charity and give kids GMO foods. All right. Wanna see you kissing.